Hello friends, and welcome to the 14 Days of Halloween. We are on day 3 of our DIY and craft projects for Halloween. I'm super excited about this project. It's going to be taxidermy bugs, and I know bugs, not everybody likes them, but we're using fake bugs here, and I truly think that these turned out amazing. Thank you again for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and again, you can give to the projects at any point by clicking the link in my bio. Thanks so much. Begin by protecting your surfaces from all of the damage that can accrue during a craft project. I found these frames at a mixture of a craft store and thrift store. This one here is actually a coaster that I'm going to use to make into something cool. What you'll need: fake bugs, or real ones, but I like fake, metallic paint, and some lacquer paint in gold and black. Some natural materials gathered from the yard, fake or real dried flowers, a hot glue gun and some extra glue, some natural materials that you'd like to incorporate, and some crystals, of course, and a pair of scissors. My bugs showed up a little wonky, kind of like they're doing little dances, so I'm going to bend them back into place by heating them a little bit. Do this outside. These fumes are probably not great for you. Also, be careful not to burn yourself while you do them. You just need a couple of seconds on each little piece, and then hold it in place as it cools, and it should stay there. You can also pin it in place to make sure that they go in the perfect form. The bottom legs look super weird. Let's do it again. It's not that hot, so just be careful. As you can see here, I put a first coat on the frames, and I'm gonna do some bugs now. I'm going to cover the whole surface because I want it to be sort of monochromatic, using this metallic Rust-Oleum paint from Home Depot and the black paint from Home Depot as well. I wanted to give a couple varieties so you can see how cool they turn out either way. You want to begin by cleaning your surface with alcohol. Just a little bit on a paper towel will do, and just wipe everything down, including your hands, before you work with the products. All of the surfaces should be wiped so that you get those greases and natural oils off of there. Okay, we're all prepped and ready to spray paint. Let's do it. It's going to be a quick process, and you want to make sure to get the right angles on here under all the legs, flipping them once at least during the process. Let them dry in between layers because then things won't bubble up and peel off. Flip them over, do it again, just like I said. And there you have it. They're super easy. If you like the minimalistic look, just do one bug on the similar color frame and leave it at that. Also looks very good this way. But I like extra things. I like natural settings, so that's what we're gonna do on the next one. This is the coaster, and you can do a smaller bug on those. Doesn't it look good? All right, with this frame, it's a cool shape and there's a little gap, so we're gonna make this like a sort of picture box type situation. And we're gonna cover these imperfections with natural materials so you can't see them. Make sure your frame is upright the correct way so you can hang it up later on. I'm doing a mock-up right now and tucking different materials into the side of the frame just so I can kind of map out how I want it to ultimately look. Using various materials, you can buy these different mosses at the craft store in a combination bag, or you can order them from Amazon. I'm breaking down the twigs so that they're the right size and kind of fitting them in. The moss will help these stay in place, which is really nice. Isn't that cool? Okay, so let's see what the bug looks like on there. Always add everything ahead of time. Again, you're mapping it out and making sure you love how it's going to turn out. I put my bug in place ahead of time just to make sure that everything is going to be in the right situation. All right, begin with your natural materials. The farthest layer back should go on first, and then just build up from there using the glue gun, putting small portions of it and tearing out those little fibers that happen with glue guns as you go. I guess you could leave them and they'll make sort of a spider web effect, but I'm not big on them, so I'm gonna remove all of them as I go. Literally, I'm just building and building and building in layers and leaving gaps in between the natural material. You can see how the twigs sort of stick out from the frame. I like this effect, but you can also keep the picture inside the frame if you want to do it that way. I thought it was kind of interesting this way, so choose what you will. Adding all of the goodies, again with a gap between each, picking off those fibers. And this is sort of a natural looking raffia type of thing that came in with the different mosses. It just adds a nice other texture. You can also do rocks. Rocks would be really cool, like a piece of shale or some kind of slate chunk in here would be amazing. And it would sort of further go with that natural theme. All right, here are my little dried flowers. I got these from Trader Joe's and dried them purposefully ahead of time, just left them in the bag and let them dry out. They're pretty brittle, so be very careful with these, but they stick really well into that moss. A little glue dab on those helps out too. And then we're gonna see what our bug looks like. And I like how that's positioned, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a good gob of it, the hot glue, on the bottom of the bug and then squeeze it in under everything. I could have started with putting the bug on top, and maybe that's another way that you can try it, but I kind of like the idea of seeing how it looks with the natural materials first. Hold that bug down until it's a little bit cooler so it adheres fully to that frame. And then clean up all your little extra pieces, and there you have it. It's so great. All right, so let's do one in gold this time. I went a little faster with this video because I wanted to show you the process once more, a little quicker. These ones, I really like the gold. I don't know why. I guess throughout our home we have gold frames, so it's gonna go perfectly with the motif. And on this one, the difference is I'm using crystals. I love, love, love. This is my favorite one. And I went really tall with some of the twigs so that they stick way out from the frame. Little crystal clusters and some moss to cover the glue, and there you have it. It's so great, I love it. Let's hang these babies up, and look how wonderful they look with my collage of different dried flowers and books and candles. They're right on that brick wall and they look great. This is the one with the crystals that I love so much. Look how tall that twig is, and it looks wonderful. Thank you so much for joining day 3 of the 14 days of Halloween.